Tonight, I'm not going to talk about my vagina or how I like to imagine Chinese lesbians during sex with my husband. No. I'm going to talk about something else. Something I haven't needed to talk about for a while. Something I used to talk about a lot. And that's my heroin addiction. Okay. No, it's not. I wish it was. I wish I had something as cool as a heroin addiction to talk about. Or overcoming said addiction. I could talk about my history of sex with other women. But I don't have that either. Or do I? Anyway. I don't know if you know this about me, but in 2000, I wrote a one-woman show called There Will Never Be Enough Pizza. I wrote it when I was in the middle of a year of no drugs, no alcohol, no smoking, no sex, and no carbohydrates. It was a good year. It was a hard year, but it was a focused year. I often wish I could be that girl again. In some ways I am her. In some ways I am her. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke anymore. I don't have sex with random guys. I rarely drink. But it's the damn carbohydrates I cannot seem to get away from. I know this must seem so stupid. Getting myself out there, talking about my struggle with food. Who cares, right? So stupid. What a cliche. This is something I have solved time and time again. But for some reason, it's back now, and it's really strong. And I seem to want to eat more than I want to be thin. And being thin, that is a long-standing dream for me. Why? Because my grandmother thinks I should be thin? Because my mother's number one goal for this entire lifetime has been to be thin? Because unless I am thin, I don't actually feel like I'm worth very much. I'm embarrassed. I feel less than. Haha. I feel less than when I'm more than. So, I figured I would come and talk to you tonight and try to work it out through art. So I hope you don't mind. When I was in 3rd grade, I thought that Stephanie Friedman, my best friend, and I were the 2 prettiest girls that ever lived. Before I knew models had to be tall, I thought I could easily be one. But all of that starts to go away when you gain weight. Or when you perceive yourself as being heavier than the other girls. When I was 13, I thought I was fat. I have since looked at videos I made at 13. I was not fat. I remember being 6 and getting on the scale at camp and weighing 4 pounds more than Amanda Mukamel. I must have been fat. I remember being in camp as a teenager and being sure I was fat. I have since seen pictures of myself in this tight, sexy little costume that summer. I had a better figure than most of the girls my age. I just had a figure, that's all. Curves, boobs, a butt. I so wish I could go back to that girl now and give her a little perspective. Well, here I am now. I'm going to be 31 on Friday. My long-standing dream of being thin, not yet realized. My love of cake, cookies, and candy, the only thing standing in the way. Well, chips, English muffins, and years of confusion on different methods of weight loss also stand in the way. I want the answer. How do I do it without feeling like all my friends are gone? Cakes, cookies, candy, pizza. How do I do it without panicking and screaming inside? Literally, I stop eating sugar and my insides actually scream, sometimes for days. How do I survive that? I want to be pretty and thin. I want to be that for this industry, and I want to be that for my grandmother and my mother and for all the people around me who think I'm so beautiful when I'm thin. I want to wake up cheerful about myself because I have controlled another day of eating. I want a day where the scale does not determine how I feel. Or if it has to determine how I feel, I would like it to be a number that I'm excited about. But I don't want to have to give up my addiction. I don't feel like I can. It's been a part of me for so long, I don't feel that I can give it up. It's gotten me through everything in my life. How do I just let it go? Well, folks, when I discover the answer, I will be back with another monologue to let you know how I overcame it. And I will be skinny. And you will feel inspired. And then let's hope that 2 months later, I won't be back to repeat this one. Thank you, and good night.